right, welcome to round three, everyone. As I mentioned, I think they've gotten started already, but here's Platypus King versus aReNGee. Platypus King, we've already seen on Amphitheater, aReNGee on that aggro Skycrag list, and aReNGee doing
Hmm.
aggro Skycrag things right now.
Yeah. Um, I am unsure as to how Platypus can get back from this position, other than just somehow comboing off. Yep. Okay. Yeah. With the auto tread, it's going to be super difficult for them to do anything with the Houndmasters in hand. They're just so far behind. Yep. Auto tread doing work in the X1 mirror is what we concluded from that match. That's why you need to kill your auto treads, and that's also a very heads up call from aReNGee with regards to the flash fries, vicious overgrowths, and etc. Hmm.
Another quick look at that deck list. We've got aReNGee's Skycrag aggro pulled up here.
One thing to note, I have been a massive fan of Blitzstone Skycrag aggro list because of the way it works for the quote unquote tandem attacking. It will just spawn, well, not spawn a unit, but it'll give a unit the ability to attack, even though you might not necessarily have been expecting it, which means that you'll be able to trigger the tandem ability passive of, say, the Houndmaster or the Valise without your opponent necessarily expecting it, and it can be pretty backbreaking. I've definitely won. I've definitely won games against opponents who weren't playing. What's the word? Who weren't playing conservatively enough,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore left me open to just slamming their face with way too many 4/4 hounds.
Platypus King going to go down to 6 on this one. Not a bad starting keep. You got that auto tread on 1. You got strategize on 2. Missing time influence for that power cell, so not going to be able to deploy that out. On the other side of things, aReNGee looking at a hand of 3 powered auto tread, Prowling Amarok, Flashfire, and Vicious Overgrowth. Looks pretty good. Only those 2 units in hand, but those are pretty 2 good ones. And if aReNGee can stick those, it's going to be off to the races once again. We'll see if Platypus King is going to hold this auto tread to try to answer, or if they're going to fire it off on turn 1.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Wait. Is I think. Hold on.
That they know they're good to go holding here. We'll head back to a deck list while we're waiting for them because it looks like they're holding to start that one. Sorry, everybody. So yeah, this one has been pretty sweet. We've seen lots of Skycrag. I love when Skycrag aggro is good because it's a fun archetype to play. Only that one copy of Hidden Crusader and Sanity Scorcher, but it is pretty good. The Sanity Scorcher we saw quite a bit. All right, they're pretty to go there. Let's head back down. No worries at all. Number 19, aReNGee. Get a keep here. Going
Okay.
to keep that opening hand that we talked about. Platypus King going to start things off. And they are going to go deplete. They are going to hold on to that auto tread. No reason to fire that off right off the bat. And here comes the auto tread for aReNGee. Now I think we'll see Platypus King just pick that off here. Well, you already mulled a 6, though. You're going to have to, I think, lose a card to do it. Yeah, we're going to off that power cell. Can't cast it anyway. Might as well take out that auto tread because that's a very important card for aReNGee.
Hold on.
All right, Cyber Skimmer the draw here for Platypus King. Well, finally, Platypus King is kind of hitting the board first. Flash Fry going to take out that Houndmaster for aReNGee. So, yeah, there's a Dara Lee, but aReNGee, Platypus King at least slowed it down a little bit and kept aReNGee from getting that early Blitzkrieg. And now we're going to strategize. We're going to see Logistics Expert and a Power Cell.
Ooh. Yep. This is the
Still no
downside of playing
time.
3 faction decks and expedition, especially ones that don't have double paintings. It
Yeah.
means that without the presence of diplomatic seal, you are in a really awkward spot. when it comes to power. Uh,
Here comes
sorry,
a
sorry,
prowling.
chat. Technical issues earlier, but you understand, I'm sure.
All right, prowling Amra coming down, gonna get an Aegis on this one, so that's a 2/2 Aegis here, but it's gonna grow whenever you tandem attack, and get a second one, and they work pretty well in pairs. This one also gonna get Aegis, but not gonna be able to double trigger until next turn. But Platypus King, not only are they missing time, but they're also stuck on 2, and that's not great here. You're gonna be able to play out that Tormented Crown. That's a step in the right direction, but Platypus King, they had the first step was just to slow aReNGee down, but now that window has closed and they're missing time. Now aReNGee's been able to build out a board. Things aren't looking pretty on Platypus Island right now.
Ooh, okay, so this is time influence, which is definitely very nice. I think I would have been.
Yeah, Power Cell is also going to allow you to play out
Yeah.
the Vanilla Shepherd next turn and get a 4/6. Unfortunately, the Amarocks are going to have 6 power next turn after this attack.
Yeah, I think in aReNGee's position, I have been actually tempted to fire off the Vicious Overgrowth on the 1/1 here. And the reason is Tormented Crown is probably one of the best ways for the Platypus King to get back into this game. Granted, they are unlikely to get back into this game anyway in the face of a pair of Aegis Amaroks. But you definitely, like, when you're so far ahead, you want to definitely cut out any chance the Platypus King might just suddenly win from absolutely out of nowhere.
Right, so Short Hopper the draw here. We're going to discard Privilege of Rank, and that's going to allow Platypus King to get an extra power. Not really running any Justice, just using that Privilege of Rank and the Justice Sigil for that little synergy there to get a little bit of ramp. But aReNGee is not going to mess around, just going to Vicious Overgrowth to the face. Platypus King gave too much of an opening, unfortunately. Just draws didn't work out, and gave that, and aReNGee was able to slam